All right, so how we want to go about this, we want to have our pencil just for our drawing portion. We're not going to shade with that. For shading, we have this stick of graphite. It's going to come out super duper dark. It's 4B grade. And then we have our white, which is white charcoal. So for that, we want to first do a value scale on our left side here. Divide that in half. Then I'm going to divide those in half. Then I'm going to divide those in half. That should give us 8 spaces. And what we want to do is start with our dark. Remember, this is going to come out super dark. And I want to have our white up here too. Next, I'll go in a little bit less dark tone. Remember, you can always go darker. It's harder to go lighter. So easy at first. Recommend use a tissue or a paper towel or something for your blending. You can use your finger if you want to. It's all on you. Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this one the gray of the paper since it's a good bit lighter than that. All right, so now that we have our value scale down, we want to start with our forms. First one we'll go with is a sphere. We want to make sure for this that we use a consistent light source. So our consistent light source, I'm going to indicate here. It's a light bulb. And the first thing we want to do is construct our forms. So if you remember from how we were learning it, we want to start the sphere. So when we have that drawn, we then want to shade it according to the light source. Remember, our direct light is going to have bright, our shadow, our core shadow, and our cast shadow are going to have dark. So first things first, I'm going to start dark, and I'll say the light source is hitting it. The light source would not hit this part of it. See how I start off kind of like middle ground and then kind of build up to the really dark values? It's kind of what you want to do. You don't want to start off too dark because it'll be hard to come back from. You want to make sure you're leaving a little bit of that gray from the paper. Pretty good. I'm going to put a cast shadow in. So if the light source is over here, the cast shadow is away from that. All right, so the next one I want to tackle is the cone, another round one. Cone, I like to start with a base, figure out where that base is, how much space it takes up. Remember, it's like a big oval because it's round. So once again, our light source is over here. So we want to have our dark away from that. A lot of you guys will draw a cylinder like this where you'll give yourselves a rectangle and then round it out. That's fine. All right, so here I'm going to say that the light bulb is here. Next up, I'm going to go with the dreaded cube. Let's remember our way to draw a cube. I'm going to draw this Y first. All right, so we want to think about what sides are going to get what. If the light is over here, this side will get light, this top will get light, this will get shadow. And our cast shadow will be over here. So for a pyramid, there's a few different ways to go about it. I like to draw the base first so I can see how much space it's taking out. So I'm going to say it's going this way and then just back in space slightly. It'd be a shame if you went through all this work and didn't put your name on it. And there you have it, a selection of forms that are shaded on a middle toned paper and a 8-step value scale on the left.